Well, hey there. All right, so it is, I'm not sure what night it is. I think it's Tuesday night. It's all running together. So I was able to make it over to Classic Industries and pick up our quarter panel patch panels. That's just set in place. It fits pretty good. It's actually large, but that's okay. I'd rather have too large of a piece than too small, so I can always cut away. So anyway, that's in the rocker panel. It is not completely welded in, it's partially welded in, and the reason why is I kind of spent the better part of the other night trying to locate a piece. It's a support brace that goes right inside here. I don't know if you remember or not, previous video, I was looking at these rockers and I noticed this was an open hole. And I was thinking, well, that's kind of strange, but we'll just patch it. That was prior to thinking that we're going to end up replacing the whole rockers. But as it turns out, the rocker was missing the support brace that was in there. So, or supposed to be in there. It's basically a flat piece of metal that goes vertical, right? And goes all the way forward right up to about here. And it adds structural integrity to the rocker where the quarter panel mates to it. And then also it fills in this gap here, and it gives basically three structural areas for the wheel well housing, which this is the wheel well housing. It's down here with the scrap metal. It's not scrap metal, but basically this is the housing. When I was at Classic Industries, they told me that the other wheel well housing that is already, it's all one piece. It's a little higher quality. It's on back order with an undetermined delivery date. So it could be months out, and we don't have months. So we're trying to get this thing done. So I went ahead and picked up those two individual halves, and I'll have to fabricate it together. It's just, it's a little bit cheaper on the material by $20. I think this two pieces here were maybe all total $20 cheaper than the completed one, but it's gonna add a few hours to assembly, that's for sure, and fabricating. So anyway, onto the rocker here. I made this patch panel. We were talking about that the other night. At least I think I was, I don't know. But that's all fabricated. It has to be welded in, but I can't weld it in until I'm ready to weld in the rocker. I can't complete the rocker weld until I get that brace. I did, however, make the extension here. So you can see where that's where it's extended. It's just spot welded in right now with 3 spot welds. I'll run a bead along the bottom and up each side when everything's all done. So still got my temporary floor pan piece in there, sitting at the right measurements. But so the fitment is really good though. Obviously, I think we talked about this, where I had to reshape that all together to get the fitting nice and proper. You can see the spot welds here. I spot welded it from the other side. We got good penetration going all the way through to the other side, so that's exactly what we want. We need really good penetration. The firewall, I have it set back in there, and the fitment is darn near perfect. I'm really happy with how everything fits in nice and tight. What's really important is this was all boogered up before. It didn't even have the right shape or anything. It was a mess. Now it fits like a glove. There's a little bit of a gap right here, but that's important to have it there because the floor pan still has to sit on top of it and slide in between the rocker and the firewall. So once the floor pan is in, then I can pinch that down nice and tight and weld it all together. So, but my measurements are right on. Everything is really good. So, these are crucial right here, these frame mounts. And right now, all my measurements are dead nuts on the money. So that's a good thing. Aside from that, that's the other rockers. So there's probably a week's worth of work, right? Hopefully it'll go faster because we have learned a couple lessons on this side over here. But any rate, that's a quick update, so to speak, I guess. So stay tuned.